Hey everyone, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are tuned in from. Welcome to another episode of What Now? And it's been another exhausting week for me, so did not have the energy to get my hair done this time, so it'll be what it is today. And also today is the first day that it's actually a little bit chilly again because we've been having a little heat wave. I hope everyone is doing okay and that you guys are still safe. Everywhere we've been experiencing like rumors about second lockdowns over here in Germany and Spain and also the UK. So everybody who's been traveling through Europe by lack of traveling elsewhere this summer, please stop spreading this virus so we can actually start traveling for real again. Today my guest will be Brandon Brown, great musician, bass player, has worked with everybody in the book as well. From Memphis, moved to LA, started working from there, has toured with the Jacksons, he's worked with Stevie Wonder, he's worked with Dr.Dre, Jessica Simpson, a whole bunch of people. So I'm very excited to talk to him. I've met him last year in LA through my friend Lou, which was amazing because I got to see him on his birthday and playing with his band, the Brandon Brown Collective. And it was just really great to be there. I remember I arrived that same night and I went to that show. It was his birthday. My birthday's a couple days after his. So it was really, really great to see him. Great energy, fantastic bass player and musician overall. So I'm very excited to talk to him. There he goes. Let's see if we can get him in here. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing fine. Thank you for tuning in and hope everybody's safe and healthy at this point.
Yo.
Hey, how are you?
Hey. What's up? I'm doing good. And yourself?
I am a little exhausted. I was just telling people that I did not have the energy to do my hair today. So you get the full-on natural frizzy hair. But
good.
It's fine.
Good. Good to see you. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Good
You
afternoon.
look fly as always.
Thank you. Same to you. Even with the natural, that's where it's at.
Yeah. Sometimes when it rains, you just got to keep the natural hair out because it's no use doing your hair.
Exactly.
Okay, I was just giving a little introduction on who you are, what you do, and how much of a fan I became last year when we met on your birthday. And I mean, we spoke prior to that, but when I came to LA, I instantly literally flew into your birthday bash where you were playing with the band. And it was just an amazing first impression. Not many people have done that. So
thank you.
That was really great. How are you doing in these turbulent times?
Oh, thank you for asking. I'm doing well. I'm doing so good. And first off, let me say thank you for having me on. And also, I'm happy that we did get to meet midway around on my birthday, then really close to your birthday.
Right.
That was really cool. And so, yeah, but with the pandemic, it's been going really well. I have this, when it happened, I had this thing where I told myself I'm going to be 10% better each day. Like, I want to be, whatever I'm doing, I want to be just in my life, I want to be 10% better as a person or whatever it is. And so that was my goal when it started. So I just been like doing stuff to stay on that path.
Well, that's good. So what was the biggest effect that the pandemic, the lockdown had on you personally?
Let's see. The biggest effect it had on me personally. Well, wow. Well, I tell you, I'm getting to be, getting to know who I am, like truly seeing things that I don't like and things I do like.
Really?
So the things that I don't like, I'm learning how to change them, and the things that I do like, I'm learning just to keep doing them more.
Wow, that's, you know what? You're like my 40th person that I talked to. I had about 40 something talks because there were a couple of people that I talked to more than once. And you're actually the first person that literally said it like that.
Oh,
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that say, you know, I'm working on myself, working on my skills, but you're the first person in all these 45 talks that I've had so far that says, I started to notice some things that I didn't like about myself.
yeah.
That's really honest. Can I ask you one of the things, or you rather not say?
No, it's cool.
Oh,
I think it's good to share because it helps someone out. Uh,
right,
so
yes.
just looking within, like how I might react to people or things like if for me, I'm always thinking of the solution before I'm thinking of a problem.
Yeah,
And so problems, I don't even they just I don't even see them. But that's not always the best thing for people around me. You know what I mean? I
right.
need to be able to acknowledge them and like I need to be able to just when they are addressed to be able to talk them out, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well,
So yeah,
that's really good. I mean, you know, obviously it's good to look at solutions, but that doesn't mean you can ignore the problem that might be there. And it might not be an issue for you, but somebody else may feel like it is. That's a really good thing to have realized about yourself, I guess. Thank you for sharing.
um,
Actually, that triggered me to look inside of me, like, do I do that? And I'm sure I dismiss people's worries. I just had a lunch today with one of my good friends, and I hadn't seen her in like 2 months or so. And we live in the same city, but we were saying the same thing, like, you know what, Corona this, Corona that, everybody's so negative. Let's just all just focus on what you can do. But it's not that easy for everyone, and I have to realize that as well. Like, you know what, just because I can deal with this easier than the next person doesn't mean that it's not legit for them to feel still frustrated or locked down, literally. So yeah, you already helped me become a better person now. And we're only 5 minutes in this talk.
yeah,
um
wonderful.
yeah, so okay, so we're now like in our fourth month, I think. Yeah, this is the fourth month that we're going into during this pandemic, and well, maybe the fifth. Is the fifth. See, I lose track of this. How big was the impact for you professionally? Because I know you were playing everywhere and you were touring, and that all shut down. How was that?
Well, it was actually really cool because it's this whole my whole life really has been this way. I didn't
Right,
really go too many other places than home, studio, gym, home, studio, gym, like constantly for like
right,
a lot of years, and not really being aware of that's what I was doing. If I wasn't already at one of those places, I was traveling to go play somewhere, or
yes,
something. So I had, that was my only time of really getting out. I was just on my world. So it's been the same. If anything, it's gotten a lot better. Thankfully, it's gotten a lot better because it's allowed me to really focus on things I need to finish. You know what I
right,
mean?
creating, yeah.
Things that just finishing things and that I might not have time to do because I'm doing this, and this, and I can this has allowed me to follow through on finishing things that I need to do. That's
That
so
is
that's so
also That's also something that a lot of, especially touring artists, have told me during all these talks. That's the probably the biggest thing that everyone has in common. Like, oh, I can finally sit down and finally finish what I want to do, or finally work on this project that I've put on hold, or, because everyone is in and out touring, and putting everything aside that's not necessarily priority, and this is the time to pick that up, which is the same for everyone, whether you're creative or not. You can sit down and, I don't know, clean out the closet that's been on your list, your to-do list for a while, or pick up that hobby that you wanted to do. It's this has been the best time for people to realize, what was this one thing I always wanted to do? I mean, my friend is actually learning Japanese right now because she had the time to do that. Yeah, I mean, there's
awesome.
always something to do, I guess.
I like that.
What is one of the things musically that you were working on before this all hit? Like something that really got put to a hold?
Well, wow. And so once again, it didn't hold up anything. It actually
Well, that's good.
allowed things to actually go ahead and keep moving. I'm in a phase now of just getting artwork and things done. So it's a good phase to be in. Like music is done, and I'm always writing new songs. But as far as songs that I could release right now, I have of several of them. So it's a great place to be at now. So I'm really like not focusing on music right now. That's been the cool thing.
Again, more people said that. Yeah.
I'm not focused. The work is done there. Like I've been doing and tilling the land and music my entire life, and so like, and it's great. I'm happy with that, and it's going to continue to grow. Like I don't have to put so much attention towards that. I can put my attention towards other things, and that's what I've been doing. And the music stuff has just been continuing to blossom and blossom and blossom. Putting my focus on other things like my mental, my physical, my spiritual, and just the things around me. Just taking care of things around me, paying attention more to what's going on around me, because I'm always just in my own world. Like, like just for the rest of, I'm like always. So I might not, so I might not be in touch with those people or whoever's really close to me. I might not really know because I'm just always gone, even in my mind. Even if I'm there, I'm not there.
Right.
About something else. So and I'm just now realizing that.
It's funny that you say that, because ever since I met you, you've always been so positive and happy. But I guess when you live in your own little bubble, it's always a good thing. And I came to find out this morning when I saw the memories from Instagram that exactly a year today, you were here hanging out. Isn't that crazy? That's like, we did not plan this. I didn't plan for our talk to be today just because, hey, it's been a year. Yeah, that's really, that blew my mind. Like, yeah, a year ago you were in Amsterdam, we were hanging out, and you know, I'm still friends with Jen to this day. Like, she's been amazing. Yeah.
I'm so happy about that. I couldn't be more. The universe is, man, I'm telling you, the universe is incredible. The universe, like this thing, like the universe, the trees, the life, like we're
everything.
all. Yeah. Oh man, that's dope. Hey, I didn't even realize that. I just thought you posted that. I thought you did that just because of today.
No, this was today. Like last year, like August 3rd, 2019, you were here. God, it was a memory from Instagram that popped up like a year ago today. And that's why amazing. I was like, that's crazy. We did not plan for this talk to be exactly a year after we hung out in Amsterdam.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah, that was the universe, like you say.
Cheers to that. I'm gonna have some wine.
Yeah. Well, I have water, but that's okay.
Hey, it's what 12:13. It's okay to have wine.
Oh, it's 9:13 over here, so you can have whatever you want.
Thank you.
You were talking about your health routines, your mental and your physical routines. What are some of the things that you are doing today? Like, what is something that became a real routine? I mean, I know I stole the sweat every day from you.
That's great. Please, everybody take it. That's good.
Yeah. So what are you doing? What is a day from Brandon Brown looks like?
Well, okay, so I can I tie in your first question about how the quarantine changed? It's like, so how it really affected me more on my health. Because I was already on my path with getting myself together from being obese at a time in my life. I was like 302 pounds at one point in my life. So now I'm almost down to 100 pounds that I've lost.
Wow, yay, congratulations.
Thank you. So, but it's been over a 5-year period. So it's been like, I've been preparing myself for a time such as this. This is like, oh, I know how to discipline myself. I know how to like spread things out if I need to, and also how to make better choices if I know, like, see what's going on. So like when the shutdown happened, I was like, oh, okay, so shut down all the gyms. Thankfully, I was able to get, it was like these things called the Feed Up I got. It's like this thing that helps you do inversions with your body. And so I got that because I'm into yoga, and so I do that every day. And also this thing called the Soul Right, the Soul Spine, like things that help me keep my body together.
Right.
Stay flexible, like a whole bunch. I got like pretty much everything that.
Yeah, because you
That
do
was,
be doing the handstand and stuff. I see you.
yeah, because I was like, yo, if they're shutting things down, I need to still be able to do what I do at the gym and
Yes.
more. So I need to
Right.
on my own. I need to be able to. So like those things, like if I'm not able to go get a massage, hey, I can do it on my own with these devices, with these apparatus, if you will.
Right.
And
Now that's really good.
do
You
it.
got to
And
find
so
substitute. Yeah.
yes, so then in my life, like I sweat every day. Like that's the thing. When I'm up before I touch my phone or anything, I make affirmations that I say. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Then I say, I am a positive, powerful individual. All events in this day are for my highest good. And
That's
that,
amazing.
that just puts the button on my day. So that means that no matter what's going on, I've already
You already won
feel
that day.
myself. Yeah, I'm covered. No matter what. And so that's before I do anything like pick up my phone or anything. I might check something on my phone, and then I meditate. Usually I don't check my phone, and I meditate and get myself gathered for the day, which is mainly quiet in the mind. Before I start thinking about anything, any type of issue or thing I want to happen or idea, good or bad, I do myself to get grateful for the day, and then I start going. Yeah.
That's amazing. I think more people should implement that in their routine, their morning routine. I've actually, I'm trying to be a good practicing Christian. Doesn't always work, but I've taught myself to, if anything, first read my Bible. So when I grab the phone, I first read my daily affirmations from my Bible app. And I've noticed that when you start that day with whatever, you do, if you meditate or if you pray or whatever you do, if you start your day with your affirmations, then that sets the tone for the rest of your day, like you said. So that's really a good routine and habit to have before you start grabbing your phone and seeing all the stuff that's going on in the world and all your messages and everybody wants something from you. And it's just, it's a lot. Like honestly, the past 2 weeks, I've been having a really hard time with getting back at people because especially in this lockdown, everything goes through Zoom meetings and screens and talking. And it just sucks the energy out of me. And me being a person that usually charges when I travel, I can't travel. So I can't charge. I have to find a different way to charge myself, which has still been a big challenge for me, even right now. But I mean, I'm okay. So, we're trying to make the best of it. I see a lot of people that I know joining. Thank you. I hope everyone is well. I want to go into a little bit more of your career because not everyone may know who Brandon Brown is, and you have done some amazing things. One of the things that I'm very sad about right now is that I can't get to see you perform live again. I've seen it once and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could see this over here. I wish you could tour over here with your own collective or with whoever. But from what I gathered from your little bio that I was able to find online, it started all happening for you when you moved from Memphis to LA.
Well,
is that correct?
Before I moved out here, before I moved to LA, it was already happening.
Oh, good. So what was for you the turning point in your music career where you're like, okay, this is where I know I'm going to be doing music 24/7?
Oh man. Probably when I was a kid, a little kid, and I saw my dad. My dad had a band. My mom and dad both were in bands.
Oh, you were born into music, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just always around me. And I knew then that I ain't want to do nothing else but music. I knew because it was the feeling that I got from watching them, the feeling that I got from seeing how they felt when they were doing it. It was like, oh, I want all of that. I want it.
They were professional musicians?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, but they
Oh,
see,
that's a good example.
they stopped when my father became a pastor and my mom a teacher, so they stopped music when they had me and my sister. And
Right.
but now we carry it on, and so
Yeah.
that's cool. But I want to also I'm not get back to it, but I want to go back to it later about what you were saying about grounding and stuff, because it's very important. I want to say something about that later. We can
No,
talk.
but you can say it now. This is you're the
Okay.
guest.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say because I'll talk about that stuff in a moment, but I think that's very important what you were saying, because that's kind of what I'm kind of dealing with now, because we both Geminis, right? Are you?
Yes.
So check it. So like, since I'm pretty sure you are up here a lot in your head too,
Yep.
like kind of on your own. Like,
Yep.
grounding is very important. That's what I mean. That's what I'm doing. Like, I've been like just literally putting my feet in the grass, like just sitting there, standing right there, in it, getting
Yes.
close to feeling that connection, like kind of becoming aware of everything and like letting
Yeah.
that knowledge come in. You know, when you're touching the ground, when your feet are just touching the grass. You know what I
Well,
mean? It's really
it's
cool.
interesting that you say that
Mhm.
because I prefer to walk barefoot.
Awesome.
Always. Since I was a little kid, I don't want shoes. I don't want socks. I may do flip flops, but if possible, like even in the house, I walk barefoot.
That's
Obviously not
awesome.
in the winter, but that's why I also miss being able to travel, because when I'm somewhere tropical, warm,
Yeah.
that's when I don't have to wear shoes. Like when I'm in Florida, I'm usually in Florida all the time. I
Right.
don't wear any shoes, and the shoes don't come back on until I go on the plane. And they're
Exactly.
crying whenever I put my feet in there. They're like, "Oh, we're confined again," and it's just, it's not my thing. I mean, I have tropical blood. I wasn't made for this weather that I'm living in. Like, I feel like that's really an issue for my body.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Well,
I have to walk barefoot if I can.
well, that is the right thing to do, because clearly you know about the connection that the earth gives you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a connection to God, to Source. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
that's what it's all about, and that's what they want to keep us away from, and that knowledge of knowing like how important that is. That's why they want you to go out, stay
Yeah.
inside, all these other things. You know what I mean? But you know,
Oh, you got a shout out from your brother Nick.
I did a shout out from brother Nick. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's so. Nick
Yeah,
is
year today. Yep.
that's amazing. So Nick is my brother.
I know who he is because
You
you
know,
were
okay.
telling me about him when you were here.
Yes, and
So
he was
yeah.
like really the reason why I took the
What?
time
Yeah.
off there. But it just so happened that I have so many other friends there. But I was so happy that I was able to go there and see Nick. We've been friends, oh my goodness, from YouTube like since 2008.
Yeah, that's a long
2008,
time.
like right up in there. And I went to see him before, and so this
Yeah.
was the second time. So it was really cool. And we're really big Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Jacksons, Prince, the legends, James Brown. We like that's all we do is talk about that. And he's an incredible musician, and he can play
Yeah,
keys.
I seen you post him when you were here. You guys were in his studio or in his little in his place.
I was like, man, this dude is funky. I didn't even know like that Nick.
That he was doing all of that.
I could, yeah, I did, but I didn't know that he couldn't walk. He's in a wheelchair. I did not know that. I did not know at all. So it was just even finding that out. It made me have so much more love and respect for him. Seeing like how much music is healing, like for him and for others, and just
Right.
it was very, very inspiring to see someone that might have been limited, but still more limited than I was, but still had the same love and
Right.
passion for music. And it's just like, man, that's what it's
Music is
all about.
universal. Music is universal, man. I mean, music is pretty much what connected us as well, because most of the people, any
Love you
creative
too.
talent.
Love you too, Nick.
That's so cute. Yeah, so Nick, I think he just joined us later. And Nick, we were just talking about how it's a coincidence that a year ago he was in the Netherlands. We didn't plan the talk around this date. It just happened to be a coincidence. But yep, a year ago I saw him as well. So he saw us both on the same day.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to
All right,
everybody that came into the thing. Hello, thank you.
Thanks, everyone. So, yes, can we go back to the greatness that
Okay.
you've done and that you've made and that you've created? You were just mentioning a few of those people. When you talk about being a fan of certain legends, how does it feel for you to start working with them? How did that come about? How did you start working with Stevie Wonder or the Jacksons?
What up, JB? What's up, JB? Right here, that's JB. Is actually we toured together and during those times with the Jacksons.
Oh wow!
JB, I've known him.
What's
for
up, JB?
I moved to LA. He works sound and just a great guy, man. What up, JB? So like in Memphis, okay, so I was in I had a band when I was in high school, and we were like winning talent shows and stuff. And so like in high school, so that helped me understand like, oh, okay, I knew that I could do something special. I really believed in working, always in being in bands. That's how I learned music, was being in a band. Even though I could do stuff by myself, it's just really the magical powers of playing with other people. Like I grew up listening to Earth, Wind and Fire, Tower of Power.
Right.
You know, Stevie Wonder is not a band. He is a band by himself. You know,
exactly. He's a one-man band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like it's still in the essence of musicians playing and singers together. It's nothing more powerful than that. So I'm gonna always be in a band. I was in one band, and then now I have this other band called BBC, the Brandon Brown Collective.
Right.
It's called that because I'm gonna always be in a band, and so I love it so much. There should be a band with my name in it.
All right. Well, and I agree because the band is amazing. So I'm all for it.
Thank you. So I guess it got up to that point because when I was in Memphis, I was playing with Isaac Hayes. You know, like when I was 19, the band that I was in.
I was 19. I was playing with Isaac Hayes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I understand that this is normal for you, but let the people know, how does that go about? I mean, sure, you have musicians as parents, but how do you end up playing with Isaac Hayes at 19?
Well, he had a club and a restaurant called Isaac Hayes Restaurant in downtown near Beale Street in Memphis.
Right.
And the band I was in, we were playing there on every Monday night. Had it packed out. I'm talking about packed, like on a Monday night.
Right.
Teenagers. And so we couldn't even get in the place. It was amazing. And so, like on a regular night, but
right.
On when they let us in, it's like that. And so he heard about us, and he came down. He would never come down to the club because they always had people playing there, but they would just be singing the blues and stuff like that. But we've been doing fusion and newer songs and funky stuff, and he came down there one night and performed Shaft with us. It was crazy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he performed Shaft with us. Everybody was going crazy, and then we became really good friends, and he would invite us to like studio sessions and stuff. We would have writing sessions. He pretty much taught us how to write music. And,
that's amazing.
And so, God rest his soul. So I know he's with me. Like I know the formula I got it from the man himself. You know what I'm saying? So, and it
that's
wasn't
such a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing. It wasn't just me. It was me. It was this band. The name of the band was New Genesis, and back in Memphis, and it was me, Stanley Randolph, Kyle Bowden, William Weston, and KT, Kenneth Townsend. It was us five. It was us, and it was a really cool time. It was great learning experiences, and
I can imagine at 19.
Yeah, for sure.
You get to hit the road with all these
and so around that time, like we were the house band for this thing called the Freedom Awards in Memphis at the Civil Rights Museum, and at that time, like Oprah Winfrey came there, Sting came there, I mean Bono came there.
Oh wow!
Like we got to perform and be around these people. Like,
and they all seen you perform.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
Thank you. And so then, this one year, Stevie Wonder came, and so. Oh
shit.
So this is why I know like the law of attraction and all this stuff like really works and it's really so not even that it works, but that it's just the law of the universe is what it is. Like
right.
I had a dream, you know what I mean, What's up, everybody? I had a dream that I would have that Stevie Wonder would just come to one of our gigs, and then that I would.
Well, he did.
Yeah, that I would, and then I would know like every song, because that's how I learned how to play the bass, was listening to the Jacksons, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Boyz Men, all these people that I ended up playing for later on in my life. That's how I learned how to play the bass. Like all these people, and so El Debarge, constantly listening to his stuff. Because it's Motown, so I'm on Motown.
Right.
Yeah, like everything Motown, anything
I'm sure you grew up on it.
Anything associated with Smokey Robinson, that whole Marvin Gaye,
Yeah.
Like that's my DNA, you know what I mean? So not only the musical side, but just the whole lifestyle, like the whole swag, the whole mindset, the business.
Funk is your religion.
It's my religion. It's like it's a whole thing, and I got it from the masters themselves. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get it just from somebody down the street.
Right.
I got it from
you studied their music. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't just that. And around that time, I played on me and Kyle, the guitar player. I won an Oscar when I was 19 years old for It's Hard to Hear From.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh wow.
That was my baseline.
But then you set the bar really high for yourself at 19. What do you do when you win an Oscar at 19? You're playing with the biggest names. How do you go from there?
It showed me a lot. It showed me a whole lot. It showed me perceptions and realities. Like you can do. It showed me a whole. It just showed me, and it showed me a lot about timing. It showed me a whole lot about confidence, and it showed me a whole lot about patience. It showed me a whole lot about learning the business. It showed me a whole lot about. It showed me everything. It gave me a wealth of knowledge. It gave me a wealth of knowledge at a very young age.
Yeah.
And so I've been in that vibration for a long time.
So you said you learned a lot by playing with Isaac Hayes at such a young age. What do you think is the biggest lesson that you've learned playing with all these big names? And was it a specific tour or a specific, project that you worked on that you were like, okay, wow, this is something that I can apply to the rest of my career?
Well, all of them, every single moment. It's funny. That's a great question. All of them definitely served an amazing moment, and amazing moments for me, because without any of them, then I'm not this today.
Right.
I need all of it. And so, man, that's a great question. I learned how to be a professional from these people, from all of them. I learned how to be a pro, like a pro. You know what I mean? What up? Oh, and Wiz, what's up, Pam? I'm seeing people coming in. I
know. I got to shout out my dude Amadeus as well. He's been such a blessing to me as well.
Incredible. Yeah. And so, man, that's really tripping me out right now, just because thinking about all those different things, those levels. I remember there was a point in my career where I was playing on 18-wheeler beds for this country. I was in a folk band, and so playing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it grew me up. I remember this one time playing in a chilling circuit one time. The chilling circuit is where it's you playing a whole bunch of little back alley clubs, and and dude pulled a gun, man, right on the stage, because
crazy.
Because the keyboard player was late to sound check, and his artist was there ready to go to sound check, and dude pulled his gun y'all got to get off the stage.
Did you get off?
It was crazy. I just what we gonna do? We didn't just run off.
Yeah, I would run too.
The drummer said, "We finna get our shit."
Why does that remind me? Why does that remind me of the scene from the Blues Brothers?
Yeah, it's like that. I've been in situation.
You know what scene I mean, right?
Yeah. Oh man, love you, bro. What's going on, Garrison?
That's amazing. So you learned a lot. Is there a specific conversation or a moment that you had with one of these artists that you were like, wow, they're really giving me some great advice?
Yes. Well, I would say with the Jacksons, Jackie like it'll be times like I remember when we were playing Apollo Theater. I'll never forget. And this was when Michael first. This is when he passed and the family went out. So here's another thing. So just setting it up, like I got called to be Michael's bass player. It was nuts. That's how I got this gig. Through this man named Rex Salas. Shout out to Rex. He saw New Genesis playing at this place, Stevie's, which JB was there playing at Stevie's, and he was like, this MJ situation might come up, and he was gonna change up his band. This whole thing. He's like, start learning these songs, and then so when he passed, even when I got that call, I just felt really funny about it because I was like, man, he don't need to perform. Like he already like did whatever he needed to do on this earth.
Right.
Anything that can be done. So and then I saw that schedule. I was like, nah. And so I didn't know he was gonna die. So anyway, it was crazy. So when the brothers went on tour for the fans, they said, well, we want to use the band that Michael wanted to use. So that's how I got the gig. So that's how I got that Jack. Yes, sir. That's right, JP. That's how I got that gig. So Jackie says, we're playing at the Apollo, and he says, we were doing some song, and I'm like, at this point, really excited and kind of over playing. And then, and Jackie turns around, he said, simple, just like that. We just through. And and I knew this prior. It's just that all that energy, I didn't know what to do with it.
I know how you get with your energy.
I didn't know what to do with that energy at that point. And then that's when I learned how to really breathe through. Like when that energy is hot, and I know people are looking, no matter what.
Right.
Right here, stay
focus.
Stay in the song. And so I would say that Jackie Jackson really which is what most of them taught me is it's all about simplification.
Right. And I bet you applied that many times when you felt that same energy at whatever stage, and you're like, simple.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can apply that,
I apply it to everything. I do my best to, like, just simplicity.
You can apply it to anything in life. It doesn't have to be on stage. Like people, when you're listening to this talk, when you're all overwhelmed and you got too much energy, you just ground yourself and focus. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has the Calm app. You should check out the Calm app if you don't have it.
the app.
It really works. Before every show, like here with we're doing these every Tuesdays. I have a friend, a sister. Her name is Emmy Seacrest. We're doing these shows every Tuesday. And shout out to being independent. Stanley and Emmy have a studio in North Hollywood, and we've been playing these shows. And being independent, we're able to do that. And so, thank you. I just lost my point. Why was I saying? Why did I mention that? What were we just saying? Dang, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter, but JB's calling you out now.
What did he say?
Your nickname was Big Baby.
Oh yeah, that's back when
JB putting all your business out there.
Well,
Jackie called you Big Baby.
That was my nickname. That's what they called me, Big Baby, because
that's what it was. That's funny. See, these are the stories we like to hear. Thanks, JB.
Oh man, he called me out on that. Jesus Christ.
So did Jackie have a nickname for JB?
I don't know. No, just JB. At least from what I know.
That's okay. One of the questions that I always ask is, what is one of the biggest, I guess, lessons the biggest mistake you've made professionally in your career, which turned out to be a big lesson? Like it could be business wise, it could be, music wise, because all these stories and all these journeys that I'm talking about with different creators help others that are trying to set foot in the business to learn from that and to become more efficient. So what is one of the things that you consider a mistake that instantly made you realize, okay, I can't ever do this again, or I should do this different?
Okay, well, man, I have learned a lesson from. It was a project I was working on. I had a building, I should have been a little bit more patient before I involved another source or another artist for a show that I could have just done on my own. So I learned to just, you can feel the bill on your own, feel it.
Right.
Do your thing. You don't need to have
Other people,
someone with you. And so that's what I learned. That's what I learned, and that feels good. That feels good to know now, and
yeah.
And you just keep going. But
you
see,
can't
it's
do
a
it on
fine
your own.
line in it because I'm such a giving person.
Yeah.
But I think it's about learning now, like being a little bit more selective with who you do that with. And
that's a learning process for all of us.
Yeah.
Who you do whatever with.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's all it is. That's what I'm learning. And so I'm happy to have made those mistakes to now understand and keep going.
But you grow from mistakes. That's why I don't really like to call them mistakes. I call them lessons. Because if anything, it should be a lesson. And if it wasn't, then it definitely was a mistake. But yeah, that's how we grow as people. And I think especially this time, like you said in the beginning of the conversation, you realize, hey, there are some things that I should change about myself. And that is something that I think we as people should keep doing. If I make the little bridge to the whole anti-racism protests and stuff, that's also something that makes us look inwards. Like, how am I treating people, whoever they are? How am I, being respectful to everyone in this world, no matter what the differences are? Because we have to look at the things we have in common and not the differences.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
People, if you have questions, make sure you put them in the question box. If you have questions for Brandon, we can start answering those questions.
That's
so whoever has questions.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Yeah. How is it for you in LA right now? Pandemic and all, but also the protests or the anti-racism, how is that affecting you? Or is that something that you also have to calm yourself from and meditate on?
Well, that's a really, really good question. Okay, so like I'm being from Memphis, Tennessee, I've been it's been kind of head on the racism and that whole thing, like since from a really young age.
Since whenever,
so the frustrations that people are feeling right now are like old frustrations to me. Like I don't get frustrated about those things anymore. Yeah, I'm aware of them, but I can't let that get me frustrated. My job right here and now is to do what I can for everyone the way I can. And that's not the best way for me to do it. The best way for me to do it is by creating. And so that's what I'm focusing on. They do that because we do need all of that, but and they need me to do this. So that's what my focus is.
Yeah. So when can we expect new music from you as the BBC? Like, is there going to be an album, or is there?
Yeah, there is. It's going to be soon. Like I said, right now I'm in the artwork phase, so
I'm excited about that.
Very, very, very soon. Thank you.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited.
What are some of the things, or who are some of the people that inspire you today? It doesn't have to be a musician, but whoever.
Okay. Well, this is Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer. I think he has the way, but his teachings, Dr. Wayne Dyer, this man named Reverend Ike. I'm listening to him a whole lot. This is a guy named Mark Hardin I listen to. Abraham Hicks.
There's a lot of people that inspire you.
There's I'm always studying. Then there's let's see, who else do I listen to? I really like listening to music and sounds with no lyrics. I like
instrumentals.
Or just not instrumentals, but like sound baths, like sounds, nature sounds.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I like listening to nature, like just throughout the house. I like listening to I listen to like prosperity sounds and affirmations.
Right. Right.
just to feed my subconscious, because our subconscious is constantly taking in things.
Yeah.
So I like to feed it as much as I can with stuff
That's really good.
that it should take in. Let's see. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
Who and what inspires you
Oh, what
today?
inspires me? Woo. Let's see. Who?
Well,
Yeah.
you already
Also,
mentioned a bunch.
thanks this guy, Iman Amari. He's an incredible. He's an incredible musician. Iman Amari is a great artist.
Okay.
And let's see. People inspire me. I have some really awesome people in my life that I'm inspired by too.
Right.
And so, really, those things inspire me.
Okay, cool.
Studying.
No worries. I mean, you say a lot more than most people, because some people don't even know what to answer. I do have a question coming in from Shell Matias. How's your experience in Brazil with the Jacksons? Would you come I guess she says, would you come with the BBC? You're always welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. Yes. Oh, I see the question here.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I got to meet Michelle and a whole lot of other really nice, awesome people while I was in Brazil. It was incredible experience. That was my second time there. They love music so much down there, and like as soon as we start playing, they are like dancing like immediately. They already almost dancing before we start playing, and the energy there is just so incredible, and the people there are so loving and so awesome, and I'm looking forward to when the world opens back up.
Yeah.
So I can get back out there with the BBC for sure. Yes.
I was about to say, like, we want the BBC over here. Like, honestly, like, I need that whole collective to come to Europe and play at least 3 sold-out shows in the Netherlands.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
That's what I'm speaking into existence right now. I want you to do a Rotterdam show, an Amsterdam show, and I don't know, an Utrecht show. Let's speak it into existence.
It's happening. I can see
Yes.
it right now. Yes. Oh, that's another thing. Visualizing. That's the thing. Like that. Whole thing, like it's so important. Like okay, so like how you were saying earlier, you were like, how do you end up playing with these people? Like we used to just imagine.
You already visualized this.
When I didn't know that I was doing that when I was a kid, and that is the point of being in control of your thoughts.
Yes.
And realizing that you are the creator of your own reality. You see what I'm saying? Because you get what you think about. So if you constantly thinking things that could potentially happen against you, then all right, that's about to happen. But if you focus more on things that you actually want, like figure out what you want, and then think of only those things, and then boom, like all this stuff is gonna happen.
I'm a firm believer of that. I always speak things in existence, and what I do in these talks as well is I'm asking my guests, who is a person, who are people that you still want to work with? And because they have to think about it and they say it, we're speaking it into existence. So who's a person that you would really want to work with? Who's on your bucket list?
Lenny Kravitz.
That, oh my gosh, you know what? I would love to see that happen. Let's speak that into existence right now. That collaboration is going to be there. Oh, I was going to ask you if you knew Romeo, because, you know, Michael Jackson touring or whatever.
Yeah, I was tuning in to that. Cause
you were tuning in.
We used to, when we first moved out here, me and Romeo used to play with Ollie Woodson, rest.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, and JB was there doing the sound with Ollie.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the thing. So
let me tell you how small this world is. I'm from Amsterdam. Yeah. I'm just some little lady from Amsterdam. And all these guests of mine are connected and connecting me, and everyone is connected. It's just insane.
Well, that's a beautiful thing about it. I believe that we're gonna all find out just how connected we truly are, because we all are. Yeah. And that's the thing that they don't want us to realize. How close, how connected, how much we really do need each other. And we were all gonna meet
at some point. We were all gonna meet at some point. Because we know so many of the same. I feel like I'm 1 degree separated from everyone at this point. in the music industry.
Yeah.
One degree.
Everyone.
But that's, yeah, Romeo, I gotta shout him out. Like that man, I love that man. Like he's so amazing. He's so positive as well. All these people, I'm so happy that everyone knows each other because it's one big happy family.
Yes, it is. It makes me so happy too, and you can, it kind of helps you get to know more about yourself, and it can help you learn to trust people.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? I think there's a big mistrust in the whole world. Like
agreed.
And there's a big mistrust that's happening between men and women. There's a big mistrust happening between blacks and whites. There's a big mistrust happening between all types of things.
Right.
But if we can realize really how much we really are the same and how we really want the same thing, we just going about it different ways. If we can just have a conversation, then
the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Man, yeah. But I'm just so happy because all the people that I'm connecting to, I know, I can't wait for the world so I can just go and visit him and give him like the biggest hug because he's just been such a blessing to me as well.
That's so incredible.
Yeah. It's and if we learn to see the positive in everything and everyone and spread those same vibes, then honestly that could be our contribution to a better world. Because we all think like, oh, my little thing is not going to help. But even this talk, I started it in the middle of the night. I came with this idea and it's became so much bigger than my original idea already. And it makes me feel good because I didn't think anything of it other than, hey, I just want to inspire people and help them and let them know they're not alone in this. And
that's amazing. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for having me on here.
Well, thank you for being a guest. And before we close out, because an hour goes pretty fast, what is, how do I say that? What is some of your life motto or something that you want to give out to the world, like as an inspirational quote or something?
Oh, I got something for you. I win the lottery every day. That's what you got to say to yourself when something's going on that seems like it's something weird. Tell yourself, I win the lottery every day. Because how would you feel if you won the lottery? Would you care if somebody was like talking crazy? Would you care if someone disrespected you? Would you care if someone or if something didn't pan out the way you thought it would? You wouldn't care.
I know, and you shouldn't care right now either.
So I say, win the lottery every day.
Yeah.
That's my mantra. I say that, and also.
And you know what? I want to add to that. I want to add to that. We win the lottery every day by meeting these amazing people because you have to understand the value of a person, of a positive, good person in your life is more than winning the lottery. It's priceless.
That's the whole thing. Because that's the feeling. Because it's about the feeling.
Yeah, it's the feeling. Yeah. It's the energy. It's the experiences, the relationships you're building. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I win the lottery every day. Shell, Nick, thank you so much. I thank you for your kind words. I'm happy that you tuned in, and Brandon is inspiring and such a positive person, which is why I wanted him to be on here. Not to say that this little series is great, but not everyone can get on here. You have to be somebody inspiring and somebody with a story. You don't have to have millions of followers, but you have to have a story, and everyone has one. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Brandon, thank you for being a guest. And I truly love you as a person as well. Like, I'm so happy we met. Can't wait to be there in person again. My trip to LA got postponed, but I'll be back at some point.
Yeah.
I'm working with Lou, so I gotta come back there. So.
Yeah, you do. You do have to come back. Because Lou, that's my boy. I ain't seen him since the gym's closed down.
Yeah. Since the gym closed down. Oh,
I
there
we
go. Before we go out. Yes. to say, as Brandon is playing, I have to say that one of the things that really connected me to Brandon as well is my dad was a guitarist and a bass player. He was a musician, and my dad passed away last year. And so anything with guitars reminds me of my dad, and especially the music that Brandon makes and the beats he makes is just always a reminder of my dad. And I'm very sad that he can't get to see Brandon play or hear the collective play, but I know he would love it. He would be there dancing in the front row or playing with them. I got my little Gibson guitar for my dad right here. Yay!
Yay!
And as I was just saying, you know, when this all reminds me of my dad, and I remember the time that I met Pino Palladino and Jesse Johnson.
Yeah.
And I took pictures, and my dad was just like, how did you? I'm like, that's because of you, Dad. You know, my dad taught me about all these musicians. So yeah, that's one thing that connected me with you as well, like your guitar playing.
I'm so honored. I am truly honored. Truly.
I wish my dad could see you play and hear the collective play, but I know he's looking down and jamming up there.
Woo, yes, he is. He is totally.
He is.
For sure.
Thank you so much for this again. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. Stay healthy. Keep your masks on. And Brandon, we'll talk later. Love you.
Totally. Love you too. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Later.